I'm Tom from DIY Life Tech, and today I'm sharing this really awesome device that I've been using for a little while now. This is the Ivation electric cooler and warmer. So this is basically like a cooler that you can put in your car, and you could also use it on a boat. You could use it in your home. And the really awesome thing is you don't need to have any kind of ice pack to cool this down. It actually uses electricity, like a tiny refrigerator, to cool down the inside of the cooler. And otherwise, it's a pretty standard cooler. It's insulated. We've got a handle on the top here. You can see the size of it. It definitely fits readily into the back of my car here. And what makes it different, though, is, again, that ability to plug in. So I've got this plugged in to my car's accessory socket here, and that powers a little fan and a little thermoelectric cooler, and we can open up the top here, and you can see it's actually using this cooler to keep the inside of this cooler here at basically a refrigerator temperature as I'm driving around. And there's no ice packs in here. I don't need to worry about swapping out the ice. I can use this all day long, and it's going to keep the things that I have in here cold. And you can see I've got some drinks, like some sparkling water in there. I've got some cheese for my kids, some snacks, apple sauces that I can keep cool. You could keep bottles of water in here. It's great if you're traveling. You've got like medication for somebody that needs to be kept at a refrigerator temperature. I put milk in there for my kids to have bottles when I'm traveling. It's awesome for a road trip, but I use it just for day-to-day use, and I don't have to worry about, again, you know, if I'm out all day and driving around, I don't have to worry about the ice melting or putting cool packs into my cooler. It's using this little thermoelectric cooler to keep the inside of this nice and cool. And it's great to be able to just reach back, you know, when you stopped at the park or whatever, and just grab a soda or a sparkling water out of the back. Some other cool things about this: we've got the plug that connects this into the accessory socket in your car, your boat, or your RV, your truck. You know, you can power it as you're driving around. It runs off of the car's alternator, so it's not going to run your battery down as long as the engine is running. If you stop, though, you can also plug it into your house. You can plug it in, you know, if you have a standard outlet here. And that's great because it gives you flexibility, you know, if you want to drive around, but then you go into a hotel room or something for the night and you want to keep this cooler cold, just plug it into the wall and you're good to go. And then you can switch it back to being powered from the car. And there's that flexibility to use either a standard outlet or to use your car's electrical system to keep this cooler nice and cold. Another nice feature with this is that there's actually a switch, and you can switch it. I've got it on the cold mode, but you can actually switch it to make it a warmer too. So if you want it to keep stuff warm, you know, maybe you're going to pick up some takeout from a far distance and drive it back home. You got nothing else in there. Switch it over to the hot setting. It'll actually reverse the system here, and it'll make the inside of this hot instead of making it cold. So again, a lot of versatility with this. And this little cover will go on if I folded the cord up, cover this up so it has a nice clear surface on the top there. I like the little light that tells me whether this is operating, so I can see and make sure that it is indeed keeping things cold. So I've been using this for a while now, and a couple things I would say. You know, it does work really great, and again, it's nice to be able to just grab a cold water whenever I need to. It works best when the items you put in it have been chilled already. So if you take stuff out of your home refrigerator, put it in here, it's able to keep those cold all day long. If you need it to cool something down that's not cold when you start, budget a couple of hours for it to get down to temperature. So just keep that in mind. You know, you're probably going to want to put things in that are cold to begin with, rather than trying to cool down, unless you have a long time for it to keep that thing cold. You can also double up and put in like an ice pack and use the electric function. That's going to keep it even colder, preserve that ice for, you know, the whole day long. So sometimes it's nice to actually do that and have both the electric function, especially in a hot car, that'll just keep it kind of at that low temperature. But it's better if you start with things that are already chilled than trying to let it kind of cool things down from room temperature. But other than that, you know, I think this is just an awesome accessory. Again, perfect for those summer road trips, perfect for day-to-day, just to have cold waters in the car, to have your kids, you know, bottles kept cold in the car. And also I think would be great for boating, great for an RV, great for your truck, any situation where you need to have some cooling. You can also even use it for home use. For example, if you're having people over and you have a picnic in the backyard and you want to keep some condiments cold or keep something cold, you can actually plug this in to the wall, put it in your backyard, and that way you don't have to use ice. You have a little cooler that's going to keep those items at a good temperature even on the hot days. So definitely check this out. I really enjoyed using it, and it works great for me.